I am a man who believes in facts, and the facts say the Avs have a goal scoring problem. Avs lose to the Nashville Predators 5-1. Now, you might be saying, Rudo, the Avs just had 2 wins where they scored 5 goals in each, and you'd be right. When the Avs win, they tend to score a lot of goals. The problem is how it looks when they don't win. Now, earlier in the season, pre-All-Star break, I don't think the Avs had a goal-scoring problem at all. Their problem was defense and goaltending, giving up far too many goals, making it hard for their offense to win games. But post-All-Star break, it's completely flipped on its head. The Avs have 8 losses this side of the All-Star break, and their average total of goals in those losses is under 2. It is really hard to win games when you are scoring 2 or less. In that time, that includes multiple games that the Avs lost 2-1. So it's not like these are games where the Avs are getting blown out and just go away. They're not able to score critical goals in close games. This game against Nashville was that taken to the extreme. I think a decent portion of these games, you can point to the Avs not finishing very well or maybe not executing quite well enough in the offensive zone. In this game against Nashville, the Avs just failed to do much of anything. The majority of the team just ghosted the entire game, particularly after Nashville took a lead in the second period. The Avs just failed to muster much. It feels extremely self-defeating, to be honest with you. And the hallmark of self-defeating teams is giving up the first goal of the game. Avs have fully cleared a puck here, and this is not a particularly pretty breakout, kind of just a pitchforked backhand for Nashville up and out of the zone. Really, the Avs should not be as caught as they are here, but Ross Colton just overcommits in the neutral zone and puts himself behind the forwards of Nashville. Just makes this play a lot harder than it has to be for himself, creating essentially a 3-on-2 for no reason for Nashville here. Now, this is not defended particularly well. The communication is not great here between Johnson and Colton. Colton doesn't really understand which guy he's supposed to be taking here, but ultimately does defend the guy down the middle, allowing Johnson to take the puck carrier. The problem is Colton just doesn't defend particularly well. He gets a little bit loose with it, doesn't particularly get into the passing lane too well, leaving a guy open in the high slot, and that's how pucks end up in your net. I'm not going to dwell too much on the defensive lapses in this game because, again, it just did not matter. The Avs only scored 1 goal. And to take that point even further, across this stretch, if not for Nathan Mackinnon, the Avs' goal totals would be even lower. Thankfully, Nathan Mackinnon might be the best player in the world. I don't think the Avs top pairing has been good enough lately, but this is a great play by Devon playing down deep in his own zone, Nashville with the puck. He's going to read a deflected puck up in the air, collect this puck with his hand, knock it down, recognize he has a ton of space to skate into, to use this, then get his head up, see where his players are, and hit Mikko up the ice after getting a player to commit to him. He creates a 2-on-1 entirely by himself. That leads Mikko and McKinnon to walk in, and McKinnon is that guy. And that's what it took for the Avs to score a goal in this game. A fantastic breakout play, and the best player in the world putting on an all-world shot to get them a single goal. That's the only time they beat Saros in this game. I guess technically they hit a post too, but that would not go in the net. It's just not good enough on the whole from the Avalanche. A team who saw their defense be extremely active offensively in the first half of the year has seen that almost entirely dry up. Cale Makar looks downright terrible. He has to be nursing something at this point. He's clearly not the Cale that is all-world. The long talked about 2C problem remains, and it has to be fixed to really consider the Avs a contending hockey team. And this is what it looks like with those problems on a night where your bottom 6 forwards aren't producing particularly well. You just can't muster a whole lot. And make no mistake, when you are not scoring, the other team will. A pretty slow, even second period goes against the Avs because they fail to generate. Not shown here is Cale Makar failing to clear a puck and then playing some weird, bad defense, just in general there. This doesn't lead directly to the goal, but Makar is just going through it right now. An initial chance goes wide, and you see the Avs just kind of completely discombobulated here. McKinnon out high, you have your other 2 forwards in the zone, but not really taking any bodies. It's a 1-on-3 on this side of the ice, and Makar defending the back post. As this puck eventually comes in behind the net, Makar is put in a really tough situation. He plays it very poorly, I want to be clear, but Makar has a man in the slot here, which he assumes one of his forwards is going to take, meaning he wants to take the guy on the outside as this puck comes across in behind his net. However, as Makar slides out, Neither of these forwards are really engaging in taking the guy in the middle of the ice. So this just opens up a passing lane perfectly, and the Avs just end up looking real stupid. And honestly, that was the end of the game right there. Nashville would score 2 more goals in the third period, both of which on the power play, but the Avs just were not competitive in the third at all. They would get outshot 16-7 in the third period. The Avs being not just the team trailing, but only down 1 goal. They were right in this game. It's a divisional opponent. 2 points are very important for the Avs in competing at the top of the Central Division. The Avs had every reason to get up and play fully in this third period and try to win this game, and they simply went away. There's no magic potion that can fix that problem. The Avs simply have to go out and play. Jared Bednar can't make Cale Makar not suck. Nathan Mackinnon can't solve the lack of offensive ability in the Avs' bottom 6. And while I do believe this is an extreme down for the Avs' goal-scoring ability that will rebound, the reality of these games continues to point towards the upcoming NHL trade deadline. The Avs have to improve significantly if they want to make a real run for the Cup. Now, some of that improvement will come from getting guys like Val Nichushkin back, but that's not going to be enough. They can get guys back and become a good team, maybe even a team making it to a conference finals, but they're not a good enough team to win the Cup, even if they're fully healthy. They need goal-scoring support, most importantly. The 2C spot has to be solved. It's just as simple as that. While the end result of this game is a 5-1 game with an empty net goal and the aforementioned power play goals in the third period, it's not really the story of the game. This was a close game. For the majority of it, the Avs were at worst within 1 goal, and they were just never able to get involved offensively the way they would like. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and the modern NHL requires you to score goals.